practice to allow some time for qualifying, because qualifying already takes quite a bit. I don't know. I'll finish my thought later. I want to commentate the beginning of this race. Maybe when it gets boring, I'll continue on that tangent. All right, so here we go. Gates up. We got Bean, Slunch. Oh, wait. Does Vulcan? Yeah, Vulcan's out. Bean, Slunch, Luke, Roman, Camby. That's going to be Justice. Vulcan's out now. Fireball and Detail. Keep an eye on the gate. First moto at St. Louis. And we're green. Who timed it the best? It looks like Roman most likely, although Fireball timed it well yet again, but perhaps not as good of a gate pick. Going through the first section. Now into the whoops. Oh man, crappy whoop run for Fireball right there. Close battle for the lead between Roman and Slunch, and then we got 2x2s throughout most of the field. Oh, Roman getting loosey-goosey all up there. Still trying to hold on to that lead, though. But this is going to be big because Roman's going to have to take the slower line there. That line is slower because you have to let off twice. Well, he doesn't lose as much time as I expected him to. Yep, I was going to say he's probably going to have to roll that. Although Slunch is casing. Roman's casing as well. A lot of people cheesing this rhythm on the first lap. Oh, 3-wide battle back here. And we also have a 2-wide battle for second. So I'll try to keep an eye on these. That's Luke, Roman, and Fireball. And Fireball makes an aggressive pass on Roman. Almost takes him out, but Roman just saves it at the very end. Slunch in the lead right now. Luke in second. Fireball third. Roman fourth. Camby fifth. Detail sixth. Justice seventh. Wow, Justice seventh. Bean eighth. That is your current running order. I feel like Justice will be better at Supercross when he just improves in general, because another one of the Supercross riders. So, oh, Fireball cheeses himself on the rhythm and loses. You know, Roman kind of lost a little bit off that too, because he had to follow him into it and kind of adjust for the case line. Oh, who's getting all loose? I'm guessing that's Justice. I think so. So Bean going to be trying to pass Justice now. So Bean, Justice, and Camby falling into that backpack, which, I mean, on Supercross, I think we all probably could have predicted that. Bean and Camby, their worst type tends to be Supercross, and Justice has no practice on the track, nor does he have that much racing experience on Halo 5. Like I said before, again, kind of just shoehorned it in the event. Did a great job. I still think he's doing a great job, though, for such a late notice, and just trying to get practice and whatnot. Oh, Roman cheesing the finish line jump. That is something that you do not see every day. Although he might regain on exit. Wow, Detail. I did not think Detail was going to clear that outside, but he does clear it, whereas Roman has a rough time around the inside line, and he's going to lose that spot. So now it's Detail in fourth, Fireball in third, Roman right there settling into fifth, and Slunch and Luke actually pretty close for first and second. Gap's not too far off like they were in the heats. Even Camby and Bean's gap, pretty close. How much later does it start? That is my question. At the Fireball. And now might be, as long as it settles out for a little bit, now might be a good time to say it. What I was saying with qualifying earlier, I think that some of those people just took that out of consideration. Like, I think some people are banking too hard on, like, oh, we're going to get 12 out of 16 people that are going to race to get their time in before the race night. And in my opinion, that's absolutely unrealistic. That's not going to happen. I'd be surprised if we got, I'd be surprised if we got 5 people to get times in before race night. Plus, I know personally for myself, I wouldn't want to time myself before race night because I feel like I'd want to get my full days of practice in so that I can be like top form on the last day, hyped up for the race as well, and take advantage of that. Try to get a fast time. That's just my opinion. But the main thing with that is, like I said, I think some people were just banking too much on us having that many people, whereas I think that we're not going to, and I think that qualifying is going to take a lot of time. So, I'd like to extend Moto a minute. I'd like to extend Semi a minute or two. But because of qualifying now, we're not really able to do that. That would just be way too much of a time constraint. If we did group qualifying, it wouldn't be as bad, but it'd still be bad. On top of that, I don't want to, this is just my personal opinion, I do not want to use the Halo 5 game type to time people, because the way Obix was explaining to me, it seems too complicated, and I don't really trust Halo 5 game types at this point, especially the race game type. Whereas if we do stopwatch, we can time, on a long track, we can time 2 or 3 people at once, and that speeds up things amazingly. I mean, if you're waiting for every single person to do a warm-up lap and a time lap, and then you got to get the next person out, that is like, oh my god, dude, that is like for example, on a wash run, it's a minute and a half right there. For each person, you got 16 people, dude, it's going to take like 25, 30 minutes, possibly, to qualify. I mean, that's just, ugh. Oh no, Luke goes too ham on the inside, cheeses himself, now it's side by side with him and Fireball. Oh, Fireball, no, gets cheesed off Luke as well, and loses quite a bit of ground. So now he's going to have to try to gain that back up, and Detail's not doing too bad in 4th. It's looking pretty solid on this track so far. Slaunch, obviously, looking strong, still holding on to that lead. Got pretty close for a little bit there, but now he's starting to case a little bit less. I don't know, Roman, I'm with you. I prefer stopwatches, but that's just me. The only annoying thing is that when I do stopwatch, I can't time myself, which bothers me. But I mean, I could just give Opix or whoever it is the same website that I use to stopwatch because I use the exact same thing. I mean, who's to say that the Halo 5 game type isn't less accurate? The race game type sucks. On top of that, we also know that lag bubble plays a role in when you hit a checkpoint, which could affect times. Might make it so that somebody like Fireball has worse times just based off of the fact that he has a bad lag bubble. Possible battle for second here is sprucing up. That's a nice way to put it. Between Fireball and Luke, and it looks like with a rough rhythm section run, Fireball is going to overtake second place. Luke's still trying to hold on to third, and I think we've still got quite a bit of time. I don't know, whether it's scripting or a game type, whatever, I still don't trust it. I'd rather just use stopwatches. Fireball must have cheesed himself. Luke's back in second now. And Detail trying to hunt Fireball down in 4th. Well, how do you know it's accurate? Oh, going down in the neg camber there. Now we might see a close battle between Podium Spot, and Fireball's worked his way back into second. And I'm going to be assuming that we're getting pretty close to the end of the moto now. Probably, well, yeah, with Justice getting lapped, it's probably pretty close. I'm guessing that there's probably like 2 minutes left. Either a minute or 2 minutes left. Detail's going to have quite a bit to regain now that he's cheesed the rhythm section. Going single file and resetting it every time. I don't know, the way OpX, I haven't seen it yet, but the way OpX was describing it to me, that was his biggest complaint, is that it was going to take a long time. And every single time that he would come to me saying, hey, I think I have a way to make it take less time, he would just say, like, it didn't work. Or something, so I don't know. Closest battle on track still is the podium battle. Fireball trying to do lap justice right now. Oh, cheesing himself. Looks like Detail cheesed himself again, so he's going to have to regain quite a bit another time. Justice going off to the side of the berm. Get some experience being a lapper. I don't know, regardless, I think with stopwatch, I don't think somebody's going to lose a pole down to inaccuracy. If someone's like truly, definitely the fastest guy by tenths, I don't think somebody doing a bad stopwatch is going to ruin that. The only track it might make a big difference on is an oval, but to be honest, oh, Fireball cheesing himself. To be honest, ovals, I think with ovals, like, some people run such close laps that you really can't tell who's faster at times on a certain lap. Like, you might be able to tell who's faster over a long run, but you're not going to be able to tell on specific laps. It's like Luke goes down again, and we now might see a close battle yet again for third between him and Detail. Different lines down the rhythm section. This could be the last battle that we see before the race is over. Going to be side by side. Detail going aggressively. And Luke goes down, and that might be it. Detail might have the third place spot now for podium. As we're running down here, I'm thinking we're getting close to the 2 laps to go. Yeah, I'm excited to see the maps list too. That's why I started the frickin' champ vote today. Because I feel like no new people are gonna get votes in, so I'm like, screw it. I'll start the champ vote today because I don't think anybody else is gonna vote. Everything's probably set in stone. Closing down. I'm guessing this is either white flag or 2 to go here, and then we'll be getting on to the second moto. You know, obviously I'm not exactly sure, but I'm guessing that's what we're at here. Plus, there should be no difference between my time with OpX timing me versus me timing other people's times, unless OpX is just bad at timing, which I don't feel like I trust him with that. Plus, I'll make sure that, I mean, I would assume, you know, in theory, different stopwatches shouldn't have a difference, but in the case that they do, I'll just link OpX, the one that I use, because it's just, I literally just Google online stopwatch, so he's the first one, and then he can just use that to time me, or whoever's timing me. Alright, now we definitely gotta be getting close to the end here. I hate Sekimoto, lol. So do I, actually. And I'm glad that we're doing qualifying, but we definitely need a system where it's, I mean, we're gonna have to cut some things, obviously. Like, the main thing is probably, if they do have a difference, then people who made the stopwatch wrong should be put in jail. That's what I'm saying. Because OpX kept saying that last night. He's like, oh, we're using a different stopwatch. That might be the difference. And I'm like, dog, that there should not be a difference. If there is a difference, that is that's a big that's a big issue. Not even for us, just for whoever made it. Like, come on, dude. Random.org is random. I think the issue is that when we go into the races every week, I feel like we'd get more random results if we had the exact same 16 people every week and we put them in the list the exact same order, but that's not always the case. It's always a different set of people, and they're always entered in a different order week to week, so that affects it. I would think if we had the exact same 16 people, exact same order entered into random.org, that it'd be a little bit different. Saunch takes the win. Let's get with the rest of the people here coming across the line. All right. So Cammy's lapped. So Fireball's second, Detail third. Actually got close at the end. Luke's fourth, and then I'm assuming. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Roman is going to be in fifth. In sixth, I believe, is going to be Camby. I'll actually have to check the results for this one. No. Sixth was Bean, actually. Bean recovered to stay ahead of Camby. Camby comes seventh, and Justice eighth. Yeah. A little bit of burp action. Okay. At the same time, though, like, oh, what? Did I hit the... Damn it. I hate myself. Sorry, guys. Yeah! But, like,